him, the Lord, for gathering all of us in his house this morning.
Me na kwa with me abom hoban na misometimi ejina mo mpanyimfo eni.
I'm also thankful to him for being an ordinary servant of his, that I will be able to stand in your presence to speak to you.
A month ago, and I'm a bejina hano, and I'm a Kasa Efa Obrunia Trinidad, the word able.
About a month ago, I spoke to you, and the title was about the ability, being able to do something.
We are in graduation month.
Na edubrea ye school for
Last month and this month, many places, some of you have been to a lot of graduation ceremonies. Some of you, your children, your grandchildren, or your friend's children are graduating. Some of you have been there.
Yamofrano on school na ebi ye nananom ebi ye ma ye namfofo ema ene de keka ho.
I had opportunity to talk to many young people. Last week we went to no, not last week, on Monday, the Memorial Day, we went to a picnic. At church, we went to a picnic. I had opportunity also to speak to the youth.
Na ben na watwe chair mu America for da omo kai omo asoja fo a omo wu wo ekon ano no masafo ekuhia mu eje yeni na sabre no ekwan be da ho e ma me ne won a wo wi school no twetwen nkomo.
Some of the questions I asked them is, well, now high school is over, you're going to college. Some of them, college is over, you're going to pursue your career. So now, what next?
And auntie, someone may be someone be any say, Muye Musuku, say, Momobi, Ebia, Ejuma, Ebien so, Mopesa Montreal school is so. And no no, and I said, we actually then and that way so.
And most of the answers I got was, well, I don't know yet. What I'm thinking, well, I don't think I can pursue it again. I'm gonna school education is over.
And
I need a job.
A binomo agent and say, oh, me cry the minyane, the Amayahum, me school. A bin soon said, na minimum for 7 to Mimpo, Apple school na every year. Ebi no so say e dia mepe adwuma ti say school kokra din ti say anu year buy no na gu ahodo bebre.
And many of them have chose to settle on the minimum that they had.
Na omo bebre no omo adwen mo no ti say be omo akodu no omo pese omo pem omo pese omo traso.
So last week I preached a sermon about being able. You are capable of doing a whole lot. And as a church also, sometimes we get caught up in an attitude or in the midst of always saying that, well, I said no cry, I catch them more money. When we speak to them, they won't listen, so why must we bother? People are doing all the thing and they think they are Christians. So, I mean, why must we bother?
Nonti na ochi chemo no mene mo di nkomo no me kasa fa ahode e wo mu a echese obetumi aye abro bia wo anawunim eso na tole bia sene amofra yi edwen no sara nso na asafo no yedwen ya dwen mu no de wo no eye okay de ayenya no eye okay ye kasa kire omumpo ahwa omuntie enti no ye fancy wa.
So today I still want to preach about that word able. I still want to plant it in your mind. Because like Paul said, I can do all things. All things.
And no, auntie, and let me say, me and our chase say, me no more can once more. Eh, yeah, ube to me, aye. Na ura Paul, send your king can't share, you know. Ɔse metumi ayɛ bibia
If he can do all things through Christ who strengthened him, how can we not do all things through Christ who strengthened him?
Enamo Yesu Kristo a ɔma me saa ɔhoden no nti metumi ayɛ. Nti adentina asafo yenya saa adwen yi emfa endijuma.
I used the 1 Corinthians 12 last week when Paul was disturbed and discouraged. Life was so bad. He was being persecuted. People insulting him, criticizing him, do a whole lot. At the point, he felt no more. And he asked God 3 times, please, take all this away from me.
Na nana wachi ni amene mu di hu komo ene Korinto forma toso bienu eti dumienu ehonum na sabre na owura Paul waye djuma mafide na bemumpo ebu esanse okoso eye na no na yeye na yakayaka de ni ama bebre eba na kwan mu ema okọ awurade ho ebisa no nsamfua bebre na obisa no empremiensa
Onyankopon, mesra bebre, ohaw na nyama hamina, please, yini nyina afim so. Amen.
So he was literally begging God to, if he could, take away all the troubles, all the turbulence, all those things that he thought after putting his life there for him, he was still going through those problems.
And God said to him, you know what, I'm going to take anything away. But my grace is sufficient to you.
Nti ni awurade aka ye ne se there be me nyi bibia mfi so how awokom no obekọ so ara atena mu esan se adon a mewo ema wo no.
So God said, my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weakness. When God said, my grace is sufficient for you, my power is made perfect in you, then Paul started to respond.
And unti ora Paul eti ne ho ase na oto aso ye adwuma no san se awurade se adumo a me wo ma wo no edoso ebroso na mani onyam nso edede e prayer wo ohaw mu.
And then Paul said, well, if that's the case, then I will boast all the more gladly about my witness.
And unti ose sesa na tie dia awurade ene na mekwa me ho ebrea meni ahoden.
So that Christ's power may rest on me.
Sanya be ya tumi na ewo Kristo mu no ebeba me so.
That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weakness, in insult, in hardship, in persecution, in difficulties.
And no anti ena Kristo nti yeah, many J, I delight, many J, a war, a bria or how be brave about my cremon.
And then the last point, my favorite part. Is
many J will cry and no any.
When I am weak,
no, says
I am strong.
Me am red, and I said me wahodian. And I said me am ra, nama menya hodin.
Because he knew that the strength would come from him.
It's said, Unim say.
So Paul surrendered and allowed God to work. You see, sometimes we always think that, well, because I'm weak, or I'm not capable of doing something, or because I'm not influenced enough, or because maybe I'm not good in communication, or because maybe the people I surround myself, I'm not up to their standard, therefore I can't make it.
And until the theory says sometimes, you know, I na ye buye abumfia na dia share ene omo ye nchen we enim kasa sen me we akonanim adesua mo sen me we ebia o sika sen me wo share eno a now they want to try. Now we say there be media mean to me yet bibia it say.
I came a little bit late in the Bible study, but immediately I walked in, Solo was talking about a leadership, eldership.
Na ene me kechi kakra e wo Bible adusua mu na so me wura mu no na Solomon kan bibi efa ne animu anase asafo mpanyinfo ahwefo asem.
You know, our whole idea and the contribution I had was like, we need a perfect person. We need to investigate, go home and do this and do that and all that before we put that person in place.
Na ne ameti e fa fi mu so en se so yemfa obi a che se ono de enka bia ni ne ho ana yemko ne enko hwehwe o mase na yenhwe ne make sure say nipa no or how be ni ne ho ne ma bi sa na ye ka ho asem Bible de sua.
Now before I continue on, let me enforce one of the answers Solo gave.
Na ansa na metwa mafutuo ne so no anu yi ba kon a Solomon de ma no me san metimu biom.
Being an elder doesn't mean you're superior than everybody. You cannot be taken out.
Na se we ohwefo a eno nkyere se wosom ana wosombo esen obia.
You can be taken out if your attitude, your behavior is wrong. You can't be taken out.
You know, say ene urade asem bo abra e betumi esiw form.
I also want to say a question. I say something about question Francis asked.
Sanso na me pese me san e kan bi efa nea Francis e kan
and I think Solo also answered part of that question.
Na em se Solomon so enma anu yi kakra efa sa
do we need a perfect person to become an elder or a leader? No.
So ye hia obi a che se ono de efibia ne ho ansa no aba be ohwefo anase nianimu ni ana.
Our elders have flaws? Yes.
So isa elders na ye wono mfonso wo mo ho ana ansa no you.
The main concern is you, the person, your desire to the Lord.
Now, the answer who say, dear here pa a banner say ye a chefua a woo ankasa. Are you teachable? Pet now, who pet say what do you see? Are
you teachable?
As some beside says, so what are we, sir, Eldano? Or being so to meet you one, our church one. Are
you ready to learn?
So what you want you say who be senior FE be a horn so now.
Do you acknowledge your flaws?
Sing to our one so would you two more ana?
These are some of the questions that need to be asked.
Sir, some we and as I said, a bisa and answer me and me person elder me bisa.
Some of the concerns also goes to us, the members.
Na or how ni bi I walk ho efa ye pese yi chefo a asori ma yen ankasa nso
Now if God permits, with all this, the leadership has asked me to come and teach and preach about leadership in the month of what? August. So I'll be here the whole month of August, and we'll go through everything, our responsibility, what needs to be taken, and all of us as members, who are all of us, both men, women, children, ladies, everybody, we are leaders, and we'll talk more about that.
No, Antino, you shed the echo so near a count someone of a year. As I for any move for a dear mammy, semi metchre, emfa in near Nimu leadership.
In the Bible from Genesis to Revelation.
I'll remember Naya can we be out here or you'll be out.
In the Bible, God used many people who are weak, who doesn't even see themselves, they don't even think they can do anything, they can lead, but God used them and they become a great and a powerful leader.
Yes, I am more and say, just some mono. Eradi edi nipa bebre ananka ya nwem po se obe tumi omadi ne nwanku animu no omo na ode wo mo di adwuma kana omo ye mre ya dwen mu no anka omo ntumi.
Moses is a man who struggled with speaking, yet he led a nation.
Na Moses na kasakra no onim kasa enso ono no di oman Israel.
David, a young shepherd, a young boy shepherd, he managed to defeat a Goliath.
Na David abofra kuma na oye odwanhwefo enso ogina na so etumi ekontia Goliath.
Esther, an orphan, he positioned himself to save children of Israel.
So na oba Esther so na oni eja otumi so original ema oman Israel.
Joseph, a young man who was betrayed by his own family, he became a great commander.
Sarah no Samson na Joseph nso ne nuanu mo yi ne mai woton no. Sorry ejinaye na obeye osra ni kese edema oman Mizraim.
Gideon, a man who doubted his own strength, he became very powerful when God called him.
Samson na Gideon so na ono ankasa no onye ne ho enni se obetumi ade dwuma bi. Nanso otumi sorry gina ho eye nyuma akese de merade.
Rahab, a prostitute.
Rahab,
a prostitute.
Yeah, choni wa. Rahab nso na oyoba.
A prostitute in Jericho.
Aba oye ashawo Jericho
Yet she acted in faith by protecting Israel's spies.
Na onu anka na ye mu no osori gina ho na oboaye ema Israel ma a omo ba be hwe oman Jericho so.
Samuel, a young boy whom people think is young, nobody want to listen to.
Na Samuel so Sarah na osa na ye mpese yetie no no.
Yeah, he rose to become a great prophet in Israel.
Sorry, Israel.
Each of these individuals have flaws.
They
have reason to be unqualified.
Na ya dreamu no ana oma dreamu no. Omo wo nsemfua bebre nti anka onsese omo ye penifo.
So my question is, what makes you think you cannot be a leader?
And no auntie asambisa as my pay and say then a man will dream say won't to me and
in your working place, what makes you think you cannot rise to become a great leader in your team?
I war ye numa so then a man will dream and I dream say yen to me and sorry and fee as ho and conquer your opinion.
You see, I study to understand that sometimes God does not call the qualified, He qualified the call.
Na nea mesia be hu ne se empepi no nyankopon on tun sanfre won a wasua de nya won krata na mom ono twe won ba na odin krata no e de ama won ba ma godin.
So no matter the color of your skin, no matter what your background is, no matter what struggle you're facing, no matter what doubt you have, no matter what weakness you see in yourself, God can use you.
Anointing no yes say ye hu ene say emfa hu sinto a wo adwemu ana wonim say wo say wo yetuntum ana wo yefita say wo sua de akwa akire ana wo sua de akwa akire say wo yesikani wo nye sikani say wanyi say wo nyi ye wo ye oba na wo ye obema nyankopon betumi de wadi djuma said ya say.
So today I want to explain details into you the word able.
Anunti ene bi mu no me pense mu na me ma ye nyina ye nyante ase ewo wo betumi
because ableness is a process. It's not a event or a means, it's a process.
And she say kasa wo betumi ana wo tumi ye bibia enye sorry preko a na what you say we there wo betumi aye na ma kwan bi eso
you fie ne nkola e patrol man ye na nanam ye papa nam say wo dem yawani miawani no betimi na kola na go gina ho no mianani no fairly.
Yeah, so that story was told when we're in school back home, when parents will tell their kids, like when you go to the exam room, just try hard so you pass the exam. And some did not, they took it literally. So they got to the exam room and they sat there and they just, what are you doing? Why aren't you writing the paper? My mom said, when I come, I should try hard. So I just harden myself and I just sit them by the paper. Not right.
Even today we said that when things happen, somebody is weak, somebody says, well, be strong, you can make it.
Yeah,
you are able.
And we say it in other ways where we tell people, hey, just be strong. You can. Encourage yourself. You can make it. We say it in another form.
And maybe you go to somebody and you say that, and when you leave, the person will be thinking, he said I should be able. So what can I do?
Yes.
What does it take to be strong?
You may say that to somebody to stand firm, and or say Argentina, or you should say me then just say me to me I yes I did not all kind. Then
so the word able is a process. So we're going to use the acronyms. I'm going to use the acronym to explain to you the process.
And say can't say ube to me eboa ye ba be church mu na ye be yusu ABC na e wo mu no a be de no ye be fa ye kire we ye kire na ye de a kire ase a kire so be to me ai.
To be able to do something, to be strong, the first thing you need to do is you need to be aspire. Hey,
no ni edi kan no ewo ye kasa mu no kire se we ya obi a wo de wani to bibi so se metumi anya na da chi eho enam.
To be aspired, set goals that inspire you. Think bigger than yourself.
And unti sa we obi a wo dwen sa no ho na necessary wutumi ede botae bi esi wani so na wo kire se ebribi no metumi anya sa.
Aspiration is the strong desire or ambition to achieve something.
And unti eye oped din bi a wo sa wo pesa wo nsaka adekona wo ye ehun adwuma.
As a human being trying to accomplish something in your life, aspiration is what drives you.
And unti se nipa wo ho na pese wutumi enya bibi daache babra bomu a esese wutumi esi ho na we work towards that.
God does not call us to be stagnant, to be weak.
And until Yankupon am fraying, and I want fair maybe as I said, Yemra and image na fa.
So for you to be able to do something, just raise yourself up, be aspire, and set goals and fight towards.
Woye bibi, unya bibi ewo abrabo mu a. Esa wo bo homode sorry gina na wo ye ho bibi. The wujuma na onsabeka saade kono.
Sometimes you need to aspire beyond your past.
Yet say pepi no as I see it to me my refi dia twem no na mom ye kon ekoye ni.
Sometimes many of us hold on to the past. Of negative.
Ye mu bebre wo ho no mo a na dia twem a enye ankoye wo ya brabo mu no. No an ye koso a adwen.
We are always thinking about our past disappointment, our past mistake. The Bible to be aspire.
Yes, in talk.
Leave that behind.
The uncle ye, ewe ya brabo mo, asafu mo, ya jume mo, ya busia mo, ni ama uncle ye no. Every biara no, ye share no we need to say ye share ashishe mo. No no
The Bible says, forget what is behind and strain towards what is ahead.
Some no afutu odi man say the etwa mo no mama yenya eno eho dwen na mom yem pray enko yenim.
To be aspire means to refuse to be bound by negativities, instead reach forward to what can be.
And until say ubetumi anya ade a wo hwehwa na na yete ne say utumi ma refi ne a twe ho asan na mom ko ekwanim. To
be aspired, don't listen to people who always criticize you or say negative things about you, always think you can do it.
Say one sabe to me aka dey awde si wani so no a na na say utumi si waso efa nipa every biara no ne amon ka nyina etwe ho asan negative thoughts.
Life future belongs to you and your God. It's not about anybody.
Say who say odachi ye wo dia e na unyame a wo som no. Enye ne ote wo nchen nye ne awo abrabo mu enye omo ne omo ka no ene be ma aye udaachi ne awohwe na be mu.
Who are you to tell me I'm not handsome when I look myself I'm all the best?
Wo ha na mo adwi mo no me ho nye fe, but me de minim say me ho fe pa no kan wo de kan me keep me.
You see, if you see me I'm not handsome, then you blind.
If you see me
that I'm not able, then you are thinking wrongly.
And I say, oh, woman, now what do you know? Oh, where they own to me, yes, I do. We are. And I say, but
to be aspired, the main important thing you need to do, Isaiah said it. In Isaiah 60, verse 1 said,
I know it's, pray. Now we know how you see when it's now.
Isaiah said, arise, shine, for your light has come.
Na Isaiah ti ediesa nchemu ba kono de okani o say sorry na shrine esan say ukania no.
And the glory of the Lord rises upon you.
Na enyonyam a fi awrade ho no ai shrine ewo so. You
see, you're weak. You think you can't do something. You think you can't do anything. You pray for the Lord to help you. But the Lord also is saying to you, arise, then I will help you. Because that's what he said. He said, arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. So if you are somebody, you want to accomplish something, you want to do something, and you always pray to God to help you, and you don't aspire yourself, you don't take initiative and do it, your prayer will not be answered.
That's a common thing. Faith without works.
Isaiah is telling us, today is your moment. Arise.
And until before Isaiah say ene woda ene yemeda yen sorry na so.
As a church, the Lord is talking to us. Let us arise to fill the pews.
And he asafo mama yentu anamo ne yenye de yebetumi aye na asorden yi aye man.
It's not about what people are doing to this our church. It's not about what leadership are doing, but me myself, what is my capability? What can I do? Bible is telling me to arise.
I don't see and dia sorry bet me aye anadi obi bet me aye. Abom dia me bet me aye ama asafo no enkoso.
As a church is always good. Sometimes we need to arrive from our spiritual slander and step into God's calling.
Asafo as I said bribiara ni tumi sorry efi hohomu mroya ya ye no na yitumi ekoye nim.
Ephesians 5:14 also said,
this
is why it is said, wake up, O sleeper, rise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. Arise and do what you don't do, and Christ will help you. So God is looking at us. If I don't take initiative and do something, God will never. But He wants me to take initiative. Then He will do it with me. Arising is not easy.
When you set
a goal trying to do something, it's not easy. There'll be challenges, there'll be difficulty, there'll be criticism, there'll be hardship. Many things will come into your life. But when all those challenges and those things comes, that is why the B in able, you have to believe.
And pray mono pray when it's negative thoughts, whatever
whatever thing you set your mind
what's that which is B.
Whatever thing you set your mind on.
Can you change
the board? Whatever thing you set your mind on. Whatever you plan to do. There will be hardship, there will be challenges, there will be a lot of things happening. But you have to believe strongly.
Very deep, sir.
And you have to believe that God will be by your side and you will make it. Sometimes we're trying to do something and we doubt our potential. And many of us sometimes struggle with self-doubt.
Na the tiene said, Torabia, not Yenny, Yan Casancasa, kun. Said Debbie, meet me, Debbie, meet me, Debbie, meet me, Debbie, yeah, doubt.
And then we end up leaving God behind and start going to many places that we don't even supposed to.
Sabriemo, and I refia, say, Christopher Nafi, ye chin.
And then we become confused and then blaming God and say, well, I become a Christian, I do all that I can, but I don't get my wishes, God doesn't help me. No.
Sabriemo, Nafi, ye, can a tear ready. Say Martina sorry much Christoni and so Mensah.
You have to believe in yourself and believe in God.
As a self to me edgy Yenuidi, Yedi kind Jew Hundi Nafi Wuji Radin.
Mark 9:27 said,
Na Marco Asampa 18 Cron Chichimaki Mensah.
If you can believe,
or say Ube to me Adia Didia.
Listen carefully. If you can believe, if you can believe,
or sister, Ube to me Adia Didia.
All things are possible to him.
And then I believe Biara Ekoye Emma Dia Ojidi.
So you have the aspiration.
And he said, "Oh, near a friend of Butaibia, yes, when it's
and you believe in those things and believe in yourself and believe in God.
Would you who did now would you ready idea?
God never lie. He said all those things will be possible.
Or say, and now be Biara, oh, prayer Shannon, on Sunday to me.
You know why?
Would him be
behind the scene, he will help you to accomplish in this
son say, dear, oh, Jane, and I want person would do an yes, so I saw you. A radin so, Dimujuma, I will wound him.
So I want to challenge you this morning to have confidence in yourself.
And until me per se, me ma yina at Tia say, see nya GDB,
the Spirit of God is always guiding you.
As I say, radin home, Bibiara, a kind home.
Believe is seeing beyond today.
Say, Wunya Gidia, the Etienne say, wo and ye net Mquana, Ujidi Namum, wo a will be a woo echo a tree, a saying, and then
it's required not today's circumstances, but thinking ahead.
The will be a and yet and then the echo so what the home and a or jedio. Now more GD will be emu.
If you plan to do something and you don't believe in the future that those things will be possible, then you can't make it.
And until say, would I be see when so say, Upset will saka, Nasa won't yet dashing in near Yadia.
Now, so number one, aspire. Number two, believe.
And until as a Saudi would I see when so now will sign GD.
Now, when you believe in those things and the challenging and difficult and all big things are happening to you.
And until every hour now, Niama be brave and so aircon etia the officer we know.
Pause.
Gina.
And learn from those challenges.
Nasia. Efi sa or how I ever.
So number three. The L from able is learn.
And until there is a who ever make to me aye more and it's
you see, in life, every setback is a lesson.
Say Abrabomono, Bibiara Ankoye, Wabrabomono.
If you learn, you will grow and you become better.
Na say Ankoye now nya the same be every one. Emma wo to me.
Setback are inevitable. It comes in many ways.
Esan say wo ya de na abemugo ebemo de ye kan ye ho part of
disappointment, delayed, failure, challenges, and a whole lot of things will happen. When those things comes, you learn from those things. You don't give up. I know many people being in leadership when things become wrong and things are not going well and they quit.
I mean, yeah. Na niama nkoye e wasafo ni mu anansa adwuma mu omule dia na say meja nyama do meja.
See, when that happen, when you have that, when you make that decision or when you think that way, that means you don't understand leadership.
No stress say usa adwen no e ba wotri mu pe na say won te de e kan say ni anim won't you say?
If everything is perfect, there won't be leadership.
Because Bibia they are, and then I say here leader.
Leadership are put in place to strengthen what is wrong.
As I say, you for no, you do almost see what's any way I bet me at Yenama ye, their ankle ye.
Lead, meaning you know the way, and you you're leading the people towards that place.
And don't you say, we leader, Nani, and Nimunia, it's just a wooden name, baby, I will call now. Woman, you know, Eduachi, and I will call baby, I will call.
So setbacks are not the end of the road.
And don't you say, or how be Bemo, a leader, for example, and no interest, they are wolf, just I see.
It's part of how God prunes us. It's part of
Namomo a year. Niama, Yankupon, the Abanipa Abraham.
Proverbs 24:16 said,
And until Oko Mebusamo, a tear at the night, Chemu Dusiawa.
for the righteous fall 7 times.
Or say your tinini at she and pen and song.
And rises again.
Na, or sorry, Bio.
For the wicked stumble in times of calamity.
Now, the Etienne said, dear, on yet no. Or no, and I share a brea or how about a problem.
Listen what he's saying. The righteous
I know.
fall 7 times.
Or says, we are Tuninia, Ubeshia say in pen song.
But rise again.
I am sorry, Bio.
So life is not easy.
I don't see, she said, Abrabo, and Yadia that form.
Life is not easy at all. You will fall, you will fall, you will fall, you will fall. But the Bible is said a righteous will always continue to rise again.
Yeah, we are tuning no. Who bet she say, or how be Baba Brabo, and Prebbre. Now, try some more, and say, Ubesan sorry, Bio.
Because you learn from your lesson.
Ninty at the sign and say, Usia efi.
A fool.
Sa a sinton.
A fool is a person who always repeats his own mistake.
Na, sabi dia wa Jimmy, ena every biara, dia uncle, you know, or san etimubium.
So, my brothers and sisters, let's learn from our mistakes.
Many animal, Madam Mama, Yusia.
Let us not blame people for our mistakes.
And so say, yeah, or how no at one. Say, yeah, to me, and say, Ubi and a man.
Even if somebody intentionally do you something, what make you think? What make you not think maybe God is using that person to teach you a lesson?
And I say, Obi, and I will be simple, and the away uncle, yeah. And then the man who went, I'm only say, a radi edisa, Tibiano, a show, BB for.
See, as a Christian, when you learn from your experience, your faith deepens.
And the Tian say, Christo need a Sausian, if he was seen to one. Would you no any
your strength increase?
Na a hondia wono, a bibeka home,
and your spiritual wisdom grows.
Sanso and na Yansan wono, and also a cosro.
And remember, God used challenges to empower us.
And until see a kai say, Rade Eddie, or how and I buy a brabo Eddie Shady.
And then the last one.
And he did actually
to be able, the process to be able.
Say, oh, bet to me.
You have an aspiration.
As I said, unya butaibi edisi wedi.
You believe in it.
Na when you did say, bet to me and your
you learn from mistakes.
Na what's your FE?
When you go through all this process, you become empowered.
Now, what in moi? I feel when you're
so the letter E is empowered.
E not a war and it said,
after going through the aspiration, believing, learning, you now become empowered.
Nanti nea uko munyina efi abe ne munyina and I say elno na me di achire and say bunya to me bi efi.
At that moment, you have the confidence and the strength and to say to yourself, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Can say, make me
when God empowers you, you become very confident.
Now say, Rade ema to me down so can say, make to me.
When God empowers you, You don't become dependent on anybody.
Say Rade mount to me or Mawa Modena, na won't found and to be.
Because you are able.
It's say, who bet to me, I.
You see, I train myself, my personal life, I train myself not to depend on anybody.
And until no, my brother, my young say, me family and to be so.
Because when I depend upon somebody, it doesn't help me to strive and accomplish more.
But
the opposite, the other way also is, I always want people to depend on me. Because you know why? It strengthened me. It inspired me to work hard and to do better. Because I feel so excited and so happy if I can help you. If I cannot help you, it belittle me. So for me to be a person who depends on myself and not depend upon you, I have to aspire, I have to believe in it, I have to learn from my lesson, and then when I'm empowered, and nobody can tell me I can't do it.
Na menya sa tumi no na metumi aboa afefo no na se metumi de bibisi mani so na metumi enya gidie afa me sua fi o how bebre ebre a me pray eko a me hia wo ekwan so.
You can choose to help me, you can choose to tell me any negative, you can choose to treat me anyhow you want it. I don't care.
O be say o ka me bi enya ne kwan so e kire me say bebu ma be mu no way e me there be me and family.
The benefit of being empowered also is
na the isanya efi to me a yenyamu ene
you uplift others.
Ema utumi eboa afefo.
You aspire, you encourage, and you help others.
Na utumi edibuta bisi wani so se ubebo ebinom abaso mo aboa wo.
You overcome all obstacles.
Na o how bia ebeba wakwan mu no utumi dis sunkonim.
You embrace your purpose and you have the ability to speak boldly.
Na obutai bia da wani so no yitumi ye na wa tu na wa tumi akasa utumi mu say ye dia wonnim nti na utumi kasa.
You share ideas, you stand for the truth, you influence others because you are empowered.
Na bibi biara wo wasua no woni afefo no mo etumi eka ho nsem e kire wo mo dia wonnim esan say wenya tumi bi.
You can say and do anything because Christ strengthens you. You are power.
And now, baby, Piara, who pesa we is answer Christo a shouting.
So, my brothers and sisters, let us trust God.
And indeed, Minianum, Mama, any already any.
When Paul said, "For when I am weak, then I am strong."
The rapport say, Meyemra, Namonumu.
Because he have gone through all this process. And he know that God is with him. So he's empowered and he can do it. So I want to leave here by telling you this morning. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. You are a child of God. You are capable. You can do anything. The church is for God. We were not called to come and sit Sunday here, listen to Bible study, take lots of us, go home, come back again. It's like a routine.
Yes, Frey and Massa for whom said, Yabayan say, Quesia, so about Tenacia, near go through, Niama, ye, or Hanum. By why could she say,
we were called to multiply our abilities, to multiply what God has given to us, to multiply who we are.
Rade Afrayan said, yen to me. And the Odiama Biano, Yenyano, Mohun, ye to me mu, Yahodimu, a futumu, a hodimu, Ninarano.
So I want you to walk out that door this morning.
And until Mepese ene anope se wo pon na wo piefi pon yi mu a.
Saying to yourself,
Se wo ka kire wo ho se
the growth of this congregation depends on me.
Ka kire wo ho se asafu yi se ebenyi se beko nanimu a ejina me so.
I am able to bring at least one soul.
Na metumi ede okra baako at least baako aba.
Because of Christ who strengthened me.
Esan Kristo a o mama ahodi.
And don't forget Isaiah 60 verse 1 and Ephesians 5:13. Don't forget it.
Na
When he said, arise and shine, for the Lord will shine upon you. In other words, do it and the Lord will do it with you.
Na ma we nso emfi bra na odifo Isaiah no mo keka o say yen sorry na yen shrine be bia yewo isan say urade enso shrine ka ode ne kanea shrine enso amayen tumi a yebetumi de adijuma.
Don't blame anybody and don't blame God when what you need doesn't come because you didn't take any initiative.
Enunti eya ma enka say dia wo hwe wa nyanti urade na wo say wa moa.
By the way, those statements are promise anyway.
Na de tie ne say dia ye kenkan ye no boshe
It's a promise. Do it and I will do it with you.
I say je wa famo de na menso meye de o say meye de boawo.
So if you are here and you are not part of us,
Enunti anope yi se wo ha na se umo esua.
today is a day of salvation. Give yourself to the Lord.
And
He will always be with you.
eye nkwaje da enti fa homa urade.
If you have many challenges, many difficult things are going on in your life, it's not the end of the world.
Enunti wo hayi so how e wo akwan mu a ka na hu se ewiase ema ewie.
Cast your burden upon the Lord, and He will always be with you.
Fa wo how nyina ko urade ho na obeboa wo na waswa.
Abel, don't forget in your mind.
No me remfi. Yen adwene ensusu emu se ebetumi aye.
And when you think of any time you think of Abel,
Na baby biara wo dwin se obetumi aye no.
think of aspiration, believing,
Say,
learning,
botae,
and power.
Gidie, wusia na wenya tumi e dey free mo.
Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Kristo din mu nti. Amen.
Amen. Yɛda ɔsɔfo ase yie wɔ afutuo a ɔde ama yɛn. Momma yɛn nyinaa yɛnsɔre nyinaa wɔ